What is up, guys? Misha here from Beyond the Huddle, and welcome to another altcoin forecast. And as always, guys, before we get into the altcoins, we'll take a look at what the SMI is showing us, and then we'll do a recap of what Ralphie spoke about on Bitcoin yesterday. And then after that, we'll go ahead and jump right into the altcoin, which is going to be Ethereum. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and let's get this started. All right, so right now we are inside our Discord and we are looking at the SMI. By the way, if you guys want access to the Discord, not the SMI though, just the community Discord, there's going to be a link down below in the description where you can get access to our Discord for free and come hang out with us in the community section. But if you want access to the premium section, you can also check out our premium membership. So looking at the SMI right here, we can see that on the long term, we can see that there was a lot of very strong accumulation that was happening here at these lows, and you can see that we have the weak accumulation is green, the regular accumulation blue, and then strong accumulation purple. And you can see we had regular accumulation on the long term, but when we look at the short term, we can see we had some of this purple accumulation happening down here, which led to this rally right here. So we are getting the signs of bullishness from the SMI sentiment. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what the Bitcoin sentiment was based on what Ralphie showed you guys yesterday. All right, so we are now looking at the Bitcoin on a weekly time frame, and we're looking at the COT data. And as Ralph mentioned yesterday, the sentiment overall is still bullish on the part of the asset managers. The only thing we're looking for is for the shorts to start coming down and go below average. As you guys can see, ever since these shorts started increasing, going above average right here, that's when we had the high here and we had this extended down move right here. And in order for us to go back into a bullish trend, because we are still net long, we're going to need these shorts to actually start to go down and reduce. So that's what we'll be looking for on Bitcoin in terms of sentiment. Now let's go ahead and look at the actual price chart. You guys remember this area right here, we are still within that area. And now if we look at what's happening on these lower time frame here, we can see that we have a weekly level right here, which we're still below, as Ralphie mentioned yesterday. And then now we are hitting the weekly open. So what I'm seeing here is that until we go back above this weekly weekly level, we have to assume that we're potentially going to continue the downtrend. But if we're able to go back above that, and then tomorrow when the new COT data comes out, we can see that the asset managers reduce their short positions, then we can start to think about this low potentially being a longer term low that's going to allow us to continue the bull market. However, if we're unable to go back above this weekly level right here, and when the data comes out tomorrow, we don't really see a decrease in short and an increase in longs, or at least the longs not decreasing too much and the shorts decreasing, then that means that we are going to see a continuation to the downside. So based on all this data, if we do get the scenario number one, which is major low here, we would then be targeting monthly, quarterly, yearly open here, monthly level here. However, if we get scenario number two, where we can't break this level and tomorrow the data comes out even more bearish, then we're looking at this area down here. So that's what we're seeing on Bitcoin. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our altcoin of the day, which is going to be Ethereum. All right, guys, before we even get into Ethereum, let's go ahead and take a look at the total market cap and the altcoin index here. And first off, total market cap. And by the way, guys, I had to put these on a 24-hour time frame because once you go into a daily time frame, you get some weird things happening here. I'm not sure why this is happening, but putting it on a 24-hour time frame kind of fixed the issue. So that's why I'm using the 24-hour, not the daily, which pretty much is the same as the daily. So let's go ahead and look at the total market cap. And looking at that, we are still within this important zone right here, and we still have not broken this area. So basically nothing's changed since last week. The only thing we can note, the new thing that we can note is that we are using this daily demand right here as support. And if we go down maybe to a 4-hour time frame, we can see how this is a discount, swing low, swing high, discount, and it's pretty much still in the same area. I think when we made the video last week, we were somewhere around here. I think we made that video on the 13th. Yep. We were somewhere around here, and look at this, we're almost at the same price again. So nothing much has changed. We're still using this as support, and we still have this area right here as major resistance that we're going to have to break if we want to see the total market cap actually continue to the upside. Looking at this, wow, even the weekly is messed up, guys. I'm not sure what happened to these charts. So we're gonna have to keep it at this 24-hour here and lower. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the altcoin index here. And we can see that ever since we tried to retest this high right here, we have been unable to continue to the upside, and we are dropping. So as we're dropping, I was telling this to our premium members that we wanted to pay attention to this daily demand here, and if we're not able to bounce off of that daily demand, then we're very likely going to continue down to hit this target, which we've had ever since this drop started here, but we kind of failed to hit it here, and we're potentially going to come down and hit that this time, because if we break this daily demand, which we are about to, we already used the high right here as resistance, so as the market. So let's go down into a lower time frame. As we crushed the level, came up, retested it as resistance, and now we're potentially going to continue to the downside. So unless we see a reversal from this candle, kind of railroad track here, which is not likely at the moment, then we're probably going to continue to the downside, which means that Bitcoin is going to be outperforming altcoins. So that means that technically, if you wanted to be a buyer, you would want to be a buyer of altcoins, not of Bitcoin. Sorry, of Bitcoin, not of altcoins. So yeah, guys, that's what we're seeing on the altcoins. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. All right, guys, we are now looking at Ethereum BTC, and we'll go into our monthly time frame to kind of do a top-down analysis of this. So we can see that we are definitely below the monthly open, and we're already January 20th. So there's about 11 days left in the month. So what are the odds of us going back above that monthly open, right? So would have to get some significant movement to the upside. Looking at it from a weekly perspective, we had what seemed to be a potential reversal last week after coming down into this weekly demand right here, and now we are retracing within last week's range. So if we drop it down into a daily time frame, you guys will see that this is swing low, swing high, discount. Now we had interesting level here, which is going to be a major level of resistance that we're going to have to go back above, and we also have the fact that this is a nice bearish range here, swing high, swing low, retracement. So are we going to come up into a premium, or are we going to be able to break that? But in order to break it, we're going to have to go through this level right here. Now we can see that from the weekly open, we are below the weekly open, swing low, swing high. This is a discount, and we have a daily demand right here. Now dropping it down into a 4-hour time frame, you guys can see we are above the daily open, and again, swing low, swing high, discount right here. And then now when I go down into the hourly time frame, I know Ralphie introduced you guys to the volume profile yesterday. We can see that we have an important level right here, which is last week's value area low. So although we have a swing low, swing high discount, we are below last week's value low, and this range is last week's range, right? So that swing low to swing high that we were talking about. So we were able to go below the value area low of that week right here, and we are currently using that level as resistance right now. So there's a high likelihood that we're potentially going to continue to the downside, which would not surprise me based on what we saw on the altcoin index, where Bitcoin was supposed to be outperforming altcoins, which means ETHBTC is very likely to be going lower. Now, if we're able to go back within last week's value, that's a different story. Then we can potentially target the point of control, or maybe the value area high. But at the moment, as long as we're using this area as resistance here, that's going to be bearish for Ethereum BTC. And then at that point, we would be looking at prices coming back down, potentially retesting this level right here, or maybe even going further than that and coming down into this daily demand here, which will mark that out right there. Okay, so that would be a level of interest. To be honest, at this point, if it's gonna go, it's probably not even gonna retest. It's just gonna go to this level down here. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, obviously, like I said, if we're able to go back within last week's value, then we're targeting point of control, value area high, and then obviously this important level that we have up here. So that's going to be it for Ethereum BTC. Most likely going to slide to the downside if I had to take a guess. Now let's go ahead and take a look at ETHUSD. All right, guys, we are now looking at Ethereum USD, and as you guys saw in my video that I posted a couple of days ago, we now have the Ethereum data on our COT indicator, so we can take a look at how the asset managers are positioned on Ethereum. And right now what we're seeing is, contrary to Bitcoin, where they are 80% net long, right? Here they're over 80% short. Now, not only are they over 80% short, we can see that their shorts are also above average, just like on BTC. And if we pull their net position, the net position, we can see that their net position is negative and also below average. And then we look at their longs, the longs are below average. So what this is telling us is, and you can see that it's been like that this entire down move. So you can see how this would have allowed you to understand what was happening on Ethereum throughout this down move. Now, in order for us to see a reversal down here, what we're going to need to see is we're going to need to see the shorts start to decline, and we're going to need to see, we're going to need to see the longs start to increase. That's the only way that we're going to be able to get a reversal down here. Now, this is different compared to what we saw in Bitcoin, where although the shorts were very high, the longs were also very high, and we were still net long. Here, the shorts are high and the longs are very low. So we need both of them to start turning around in order for us to see a reversal here. So obviously, because the data is delayed, so this could end up being a reversal, and then by the time we get the data this Friday, or maybe even next Friday, we start to see that, okay, longs turned around and shorts turn around. But that's what we need to see to confirm a bottom on Ethereum. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual price action. All right, guys, we are now looking at the price action segment of this video, and this is Ethereum USD, and nothing's really changed ever since last week. If we look at where we were last week when I made this video, we were on this day right here, and we were talking about how we had used this level right here as resistance right here, boom, and I was saying that we were either going to come down, use this discount right here as support and potentially go higher, or we were going to continue to the downside. Now, if you are on our Discord, you'll remember that I think not yesterday, the day before yesterday, as we were hitting this domain right here, I was telling you guys that we were unlikely to see a reversal at that moment. And as you can see, we continued to the downside a little bit more. And right now we're seeing a major push to the upside. Now, this push to the upside is happening within this discount, which is a good thing. And obviously we are already within a bigger demand area. But the key here is we're still below the weekly open. Bitcoin is still below its weekly open and its weekly key level. And if we go down into a 4-hour time frame, you guys can see that we're reaching the premium, swing high, swing low. This is a premium, and we're starting to see a down movement right here for the past 4 hours. And now when I go to my hourly time frame and I look at the volume profile for last week, and if I hide the drawings for a second, you guys can see the volume profile from last week. We were using last week's value area low as resistance for a little bit, came down into this hourly demand here, and then shot up. And then now we are within the value area. So if you know anything about value areas, you know that's where the bulk of the volume was. So there's a lot of resistance happening up here. So what could happen is we could potentially go sideways within this area and consolidate. Or if we're able to go back above this previous week's value area high, then we can potentially start to see stronger movements to the upside. Now, obviously, all of this is going to be dependent on how things play out with the asset managers. What are they doing? Because if we see tomorrow that the asset managers were not decreasing their shorts and not increasing their longs, and we're able to go back below last week's value low, meaning that this whole entire move gives way, then we're likely going back down, and we're going to let's bring back the drawings. We're going to be targeting these lower levels down here, right? But if we are able to go back above last week's value area high, and we see that the asset managers were actually increasing their longs, decreasing their shorts, then we're going for higher targets on a higher time frame. Now, even if the asset managers are not increasing longs and not decreasing shorts, but we do go above last week's value area high, then what's more likely to happen is getting a premium of this range. So we would have swing high, swing low. All right, so let's draw it out. Swing high, swing low. And then we would be coming into the premium here, which we had been talking about ever since here. And then we would potentially roll over to the downside. As we saw this happen multiple times throughout this entire time that the asset managers have been net short. We've seen swing high, swing low, premium sell, swing high, swing low, premium sell, swing high, swing low, not quite up to the premium, sell, swing high, swing low, not quite a premium, sell. And now we have swing high, swing low. Are we going to get to the premium and sell? Or are we going to see a reversal? And I want you guys to actually take a look at this, how this entire time, right? So let's go back to these shorts right here. I want you guys to really see this right here. So you guys can see this entire time that the shorts have been above average. From this entire period, you can see every single time we had a premium move back to a premium, it was a premium sale. Every single time we had a retracement, it was a retracement and then a sell-off. So we're going to need this position to start going down if we're going to see a reversal of here. We're at a good level where it could happen. Now we just need the confirmation of the reversal. So that's pretty much going to be it for Ethereum. I don't have any new levels on here. We're still within this range right here. We're using this as support. We have resistance here. So things are pretty much the same here. We just got to see how things are going to play out within the next couple of days and weeks. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did get some value from this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you can get notified every time we drop a new video. And if you're interested in joining our Discord, remember there's a link down below in the description. If you want to get in on our premium membership, there's also a link down below from there where you can get access to all our content, including all our indicators. So yeah, guys, that's it for today, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.